Allegedly. So, I wanted to start, thank you, National Car Museum. Thank you, the crowd is always amazing here. I love it. So, I've been doing stand-up. I also love cars. I really like cars. I've been doing stand-up for about 2 years now. And let me tell you, I can't stand it anymore. My wheelchair comes in next week. I'm not doing wheelchair comedy. I just heard that wheelchairs come with good parking and also good event seating, so I don't steal valor. So the reason why I bring up wheelchairs is me and my brother, we finally stood up to our neighborhood bully. Here he comes in our apartment complex, you know, we see him coming and we're like, Daniel, it's never happening again. So he's approaching us, throwing rocks, talking smack. And I look at my brother, I was like, you know you're in a wheelchair, right? So, continued talking smack. I did it. My brother ends up beating him up. And as he's on the ground, he's still talking smack. So, you know, the moral of the story is don't trust these people in wheelchairs. So, I also have a best friend. He has a dream of doing a backflip. Unfortunately, he's in a wheelchair. And you know, I always get their back. So one day I saw him down in 4th, stepped on the gas. So, yeah, I know. He did 2 backflips. Yeah, so, you know what they say, you know, it's February 14th weekend. Once you go black, you never go back, you know, need a wheelchair. Not my case though, not for me. I still no luck with the ladies. I don't know if it's them or it's just them. You know, I'll give you a good example. I was trying to get close with this one lady, you know, she's doing her thing and, you know, hot. So I was like, she might want to cool down, so and she's like, what the fuck? Are you really, you're so misogynistic. And I was like, oh, okay. Back up, you know, wait a couple hours. I go behind her, try to get romantic and massage. And she's like, what are you doing? I was like, I thought you wanted a majestic massage. I never saw her back, but you know, another one I try to go the paraplegic route. Hey, they can't get away even if they wanted to. No, that's not even the worst part. She actually left. To her ex-narcissistic boyfriend, with money, of course, and also a paraplegic. She paid, luckily I'm scared of Russians, so he ordered Russians to come pick her up, so I couldn't do anything. You know, shout out to my mom giving me advice on women. You know, she's no good for you, baby. I'm like, you know, she's probably right. You know, they're all there just interested. I was like, you know, I've seen that a couple of times. It's like, I'm the only woman you should be spending money on. Okay, it seems a little personal, so do you actually love me or, no honey, I love you because of the money, not because you have it. Then why'd you call me special all those years? Because you're a tax write-off, little buddy. Thank you, Mom, I love you too. So, one of the things that I wanted to talk about was, I've been living in a bed and breakfast for about 3 years. You know, anyone been in a bed and breakfast? Kind of sucks. You know, I love the hospitality, but, you know, things are starting to change. You know, my mom started asking to do more work around the house. She started saying I'm gonna have to pay rent. I was like, what kind of bed and breakfast is this? So, you know, speaking of great parents, who here is a parent? Or a pet owner, same thing? Woohoo! Yeah, so you know, it's amazing being a dad, because you know, with this voice, people are like, he has a kid? Yes, I do. He don't look like me, but it's my kid. And so one of the cool things about him coming from school is like, he has amazing stories, so I try to be in tune with his life. And I'm like, what'd you learn today? He's like, you're a Homo sapien. And I'm looking around, I was like, what'd you say? What did you just say right now? You're a Homo sapien. I would have never had you if I was a Homo sapien. I'm a straight sapien. No, that means human. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. We are Homo sapiens. So one of the things that people are thrown off at are his name. You know, every time they hear his name at the park, I have to like, hey, Damien. They're like, who the hell names their kid Damien? And I'm over here like, over here? You know, so they start looking, I was like, what kind of idea gave you to, you know, name your son Damien? What's your name? I want to get a kick out of that. Christian. So, you know, it's hard to go out in public sometimes. Anyone give the birds and bees talk to their kids yet? Nah, I don't know who the hell came up with birds and bees. How does a bird, you know, do its thing with the bee? Does it murder it? Or like, like, you know, a bee stinging a bird is gonna destroy his guts, but not in the right way. You know, I try to relate it more towards like what a kid would like, you know, my son, cars. Hey, cars. You know, you grab the shaft, put it in the slot, make sure it's lubed, you know. Don't forget the nut. And then you bolt, you know. Yeah, you know, it's just teaching them a lesson, you know. Look how me and your mom ended up. No, I'm kidding. I love her mom. I love his mom. I mean, you know, one of the things I wanted to share with you guys is I've been hearing that foster care really sucks. And I only know from the letters that my son sends me. All right, I know it's fine. His mom's name is code name for foster care. You know, it's a lovely nonprofit organization that's been taking my donations every month, my $1,000 donations. So, you know. But yeah, you know, one of the things people get me on is my voice. So it's hard to be this attractive Mexican. I always attract toxic Latinas. It's not fun. Genetic drinking problems, allegedly. And for some reason, ice. It's not because they don't think I'm illegal. They don't know what the hell I am. Like, is he Arab? What is he like? So I'm like, oh, I'm legal. Look, I got my papers. You know, get my dad. But yeah, and then one of the things too, anyone here ever notice hillbillies and Mexicans have a lot of the same traits? You know, no one's noticed? Give us some beer and some tape and we'll fix anything. What's the other one? Genetic drinking problems. Very alleged, not me though, I'm the good one. And then my favorite one is, we all like our cousins. But you know, I don't. Mine was only third, so it doesn't really count. In some states it's legal. But you know, I want to start considering myself a red Mexican. You know, because of the similarities, but one of the things that you know, brought me to do comedy was every time I look in the mirror and I'm doing my jokes, right? My mom walks in and starts laughing. I'm like, I'm not even done with the punchline yet. And I look down, my pants are off. I'm like, again, bed and breakfast, so. Yeah, how have you guys been? Good? Been enjoying the show? Yeah, so you know, you guys noticed that, who do I sound like? I'll give one little, you guys ever seen wrestling? One of my favorite impersonations. You guys going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime. There you go. But I consider myself Nacho Man Randy Savage. But yeah, that's my time. Thank you guys so much. Give it up for